G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is just a quick one, bit of an update on our 5-year tube stock to bonsai series. We're just after the 3-year mark, 3 years 2 months I think, so we've got, 22 months to go. So it's probably getting close to a time where we're going to have to start working on branch ramification and that sort of thing to get a nice looking tree. I think we've got one more time period we can let them go, and then we'll start working on refining branches and that sort of thing. We have had some pretty impressive growth, not from this tree, but I don't know if you've seen my other video. I'll put a link up here somewhere about my melaleuca that went dry when I changed my watering system around, nearly died. Well, this casuarina was in the same boat. It ended up dry, all its needles went brown. I thought it was dead, honestly, but it is starting to come back. I've just given it some fertilizer again, getting those yellow tips on the needles again. So yeah, but we won't be doing really any work. I'm just going to cut off some of this dead stuff. Yeah, see, some of these branches have died all the way back. That one there's died all the way back to the trunk. So just going to clip a few off, not going to do, they're even just falling off. Just taking off the dead stuff. I'm not going to go any harder than that on this poor thing, because it just needs to grow and regain a bit of health. Of all the trees, this one is the one that just seems to continually suffer setbacks. But I still like the tree. I'll bring the camera in a minute and show you the trunk. This is Casuarina torullosa, I think. And the ones that I'm growing, I've got one other one that will be going into a pot very soon. They grow really cool trunks, really cool fissured bark. Yeah, I think a 10-year-old tree would look really, really impressive. I mean, you can just see the size of the trunk and that crackly bark. It is just awesome. So we're going to fertilize this one up again. It just stays on the bench. It's in a bonsai-ish sort of mix. So next time, towards the end of summer, while these guys are all still growing, because they are all native trees, they'll keep growing, I am going to get the 3 of these into bonsai mix in a bonsai pot, maybe a training pot, maybe something a bit bigger than their final pot, because at that stage we'll only have 18 months left. And we want to start trying to grow that good root system and condense those branches down a bit. And some of these trees need to have their growth controlled. Not this one, but others. Right, I'll get the next one. Now these last two have both been sitting on the ground. The roots have escaped the pot, which allows them to grow a lot better. This one's just going into flower, so it's a bit of a shame to be doing too much to it and upsetting it. But and honestly, I don't think I really need to do too much to this one either. It is starting to grow a nice little trunk. Got a nice little bit of a curve here, a bit of a curve back there. It's a bit of a mess of branches up here. But I don't know that we really need to do too much to that right now. I think I'd probably rather leave it to put more growth on and maybe thicken that trunk up a little bit more. I think it's thickened up quite a bit since the last video. I think I'm actually going to leave this one. Not going to do too much at all. No, I'm not going to do anything at all. I'm going to put that back on the ground, fertilize him, and let him grow again. And then when we get it back, we'll get it into a pot. Style wise, it's probably just going to be shortened back in a bit, and probably a tree about yay high. Try and take advantage of these weeping branches. I don't know how I'm going to utilize them and show structure in the tree. or whether we just pick an angle and try and sort of put them out the side mainly, and just a few little short ones out the front, something like that. But anyway, this is another one that is growing really well. Very happy with it. Moreton Bay ash. This thing loves to grow. Last time we pretty much cut it back to here and left this one branch as a leader, and it's just gone to town. Putting some really nice trunk size on. Don't want to let this get any thicker or you're going to lose your taper up into here. So I'm just going to do the same as I did last few times and trunk chop it here somewhere. Oh. Probably needed a bigger pair of secateurs, I reckon. Oh. Wow. Unbelievable. That's about all I'm going to do to that one. As you can see, it grows vigorously outside of the pot, which is part of what enables it to put on this impressive growth. We'll put it back on the ground. It can get another 4 or 5 months of that vigorous growth. It will shoot out of here everywhere, so I will probably just select one shoot, probably on this side maybe, as it grows, probably in a month or so. Maybe trim that back. I won't bother bringing it back on the video for that, but we'll just get that 1 leader going, and then we can get it out of here into bonsai pot to hopefully slow it down a bit, and we can start working on getting some branches. If I do get a branch out of here maybe, or maybe even one out of here, I could probably try to let it grow but keep it pruned back so it doesn't grow too much. Like, I don't want it to just take over the tree and be out of proportion by the time we get the rest of the tree built. Keeping this tree into proportion is probably going to be the hardest part of turning it into a nice tree, because it just wants to grow big and tall and strong. So that's going to be the challenge with this one. But that's the 3 trees that we've got left in our 5-year tube stock to bonsai challenge. Just over 3 years. Yeah, this is where we're at. Yeah, so stay tuned. Go back and have a look at some of the older videos if you want to see where these trees have come from. They're all in the tube stock to bonsai playlist. And if you want to help us out on the channel, just click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It all helps out the channel. There's a buy me a coffee link down in the description if you want to flick a couple of bucks. Any money that comes through there will go back into the channel. Trees, pots, tools, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's all appreciated. All your support is appreciated. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.